Your warm-up today is going to be on page 453 in your workbook rather than in your composition book. You're going to graph these points on the grid provided. In the previous lesson, we used these four main ideas to help us build and organize our thoughts on the Vitruvian Man. So today your job is to make a poster to organize all of that information from yesterday's lesson or from the previous lesson. So your poster should include the following information: a title that describes your statistical investigation. For example, mine was on the face height compared to the height of your entire body. Your statistical question, whether it was a ratio like we saw in the video from yesterday, a description of how you collected your data set, or the list of values from your data set, some type of data display like a scatter plot, a description of the pattern of association. For example, you could say a positive linear that was strong or weak. It could be negative, it could be nonlinear, and so on. An answer to your statistical question, and an explanation of how you used evidence to answer your statistical question. Once you have all of that completed, in class we're going to share our findings or present our results. And as your peers are presenting their results, you're going to take notes or write comments about the findings from other groups. So you're going to write down information as you listen to your peers share. Here are some questions to consider as you take notes. What do you notice about this work? From your observations, what do you wonder? What steps did this group take to answer their statistical question, and how do you know? Focusing on justifying the answer to the statistical question. What evidence did this group use to justify their answer? And what difference does fitting a line to the data make in this work? Why is it important to consider the pattern of association when modeling a set of bivariate numerical data with a line? This phrase means two variable, like an x and a y, numerical data or quantitative data. And then that will wrap up the lesson. So two main tasks for today: organize your data from lesson 16 into a poster or a chart, and then record some notes on what your peers have done in their groups.